Alan Wake 2 is ruining gaming. A very broad statement for a lack of better words, but I'm going to try and explain what I mean. So first off, I want to say that this isn't a review and I haven't played the game. What I am talking about in this video is its release. Alan Wake 2 is doing a digital release only, which is a very new trend in gaming, and I haven't really seen a lot of big AAA games do it besides High on Life and Alan Wake 2 and, probably something else, I don't know. So I know this doesn't seem like a big issue to some of you, but that's because these AAA studios are playing the long game. They are going to slowly, gently, stick 1 inch at a time over the course of a few years until eventually they have a 3-foot purple love stick all the way up your brownie maker. And there is a very obvious pattern that keeps happening, and this goes all the way back to PlayStation 3. When the PS3 came out in 2006, it was very expensive and cost $500, which is like $800 today with inflation, but it had a feature that would save you money in the long term. That being, there was no PS Plus subscription, which meant all online play was free, so it was basically a front contract where you spend all of your money in the beginning, as opposed to a back contract where it starts low and gets increasingly more expensive. But then in 2010, PlayStation made PS Plus and became less consumer friendly. After that, we get one of the most anti-consumer changes in recent years, and that is making games $70. I genuinely hope whoever made this decision, I know you're out there, I hope you're listening to this. I hope this person goes out and does Frogger IRL. The idea of making games $70 was something game studios have been thinking about doing for a while, but no one ever had the cojones to do it. Until NBA 2K21. A game with terrible servers, microtransactions and loot boxes, copy-paste releases, and hundreds of bugs made their garbage $70. Even the people who are dumb enough to buy those games every year hate them. So the fact that a sports game, one of the most half-ass greedy types of games there are, made their absolute sewage water of a game $70 just goes to show how stupid and greedy this change was.
Sir, I bet you're the kind of guy that would fuck a person in the ass and not even have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around. I'll be watching you.
The excuse at the time was that games were becoming increasingly more expensive to make and that they needed to raise the price, as if 95% of all games these days aren't absolutely stuffed full of microtransactions. God! I don't know if this is picking up through the audio right now, but I kind of lost my voice a couple days ago, and it's just now coming back and I'm screaming about microtransactions. So I don't know if I sound like Bonnie or not right now because my voice is so fucked up, but this whole video might just sound like me going, Joe, the microtransactions, Joe. Making games $70 really was the beginning of the end. This all brings us back to right now. So it's obvious that game studios and publishers are getting more and more greedy, and the next phase of this is possibly the worst: digital gaming.
Thanks.
This is something that seems to be getting closer and closer, from digital consoles to cloud gaming and, most importantly, digital releases. And it's really not a far-fetched idea, since most developers will save money and make more upon release, and it also saves Microsoft and PlayStation money when they make new consoles. But one of the biggest incentives would be publishers having full control of the market. That means instead of finding the game you want on Amazon or GameStop at dirt cheap prices, you're essentially forced to pay whatever amount the publisher wants. And I'm sure it won't stop there, because let's say Microsoft has full control of the prices and you can't get the game anywhere else. They could charge ridiculous prices for their exclusives. Like Elder Scrolls 6 could end up costing $100 to $150, which sounds really stupid right now, but trust me, if the publishers got a chokehold of the market, they will do really stupid shit. So I know I just went down a whole thing, but I think Alan Wake 2 is a great looking game, and I saw some of the story. It seems like a really amazing experience, but there is a serious possibility that this digital release is going to open Pandora's box. So I'm not going to tell anyone to boycott this game, and even if I had that kind of influence, I'm not entirely sure it would even have an effect. Because when all the studios made games $70, like, that was That was the moment to speak out with our wallets, and we didn't. So the studios and the publishers know that they can really just do whatever they want. It all just depends on who has the cojones to make the first move. And it's not like the game is low profile and they don't think making discs will mean anything. Because even some of the worst games this year have discs. So there's no real excuse for not making physical copies. Aside from lowering the price of the game, but I will admit having a digital release for what is essentially a movie game is kind of valid. You know, $70 for 20 hours of content is kind of crazy, but still it'll only negatively affect the consumer later down the line when this game costs, you know, $40 a year from now. But if there were physical copies, you could get it for $20 on Amazon. So hopefully this whole digital release thing doesn't keep happening, because if it does, that'll probably be the day that I stop playing games. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna quit YouTube, okay guys? I'll just switch my content to something more modern.
I'm surprised bro didn't just like...
So make sure to like and subscribe, or I'm gonna take pictures outside your house. Merry Halloween, everybody.
Yo, what's up? I just got NBA 2K20 on Xbox, and I'm down to play with anyone, so if you guys are looking for someone to play with, I'm that dude. I'm goated at the game, so just text me if you guys want to play NBA 2K20.